To our own weather conditions, Mr. Peck talking about high tides, which means that the Highway 1 off-ramp in Mill Valley will become the most photographed coastal flood scene in America.
And the question is, when exactly do those high king tides hit?
And you have the answer.
I have that answer, and we're going to talk about that here because Brian hit it right on the nose. That's the spot that's really most likely to notice this. But there are others. I'll show you in a second. First, look at the view. From the top of the Mark Hopkins Hotel up on top of Nob Hill, looking back towards the Transamerica Pyramid. I've got three more of these I want to share with you. This one comes from the top of the Salesforce Tower looking north, right over Alcatraz, up into Richardson Bay and across to Tiburon. Now let's go even higher. Top of Sutro, looking back at the Salesforce Tower. And San Jose, we had some issues here this morning. It was foggy. And there's a good chance tomorrow morning we're going to develop some more fog in the valleys. San Jose had some of it, but it was much worse in Napa and Sonoma. So if you're up in those North Bay valleys tomorrow morning, and you got to be out on the road early on Sunday before, say, 9, start thinking ahead for some patchy fog. We saw plenty of that this morning. It shouldn't be as bad tomorrow, but there's going to be some left over. And as far as the temperatures go, they're right. I mean, this is typical for mid-November. These numbers, these morning lows, I know we've experienced some pretty cold mornings over the last week and a half or so. Tomorrow won't be on the extreme end of that. Low to mid-40s for most spots. It'll be chilly, but it's not going to be as cold. Here's the king tides. A coastal flood advisory has been issued starting at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning and going to 2 o'clock on Monday. But there are very specific times where the concern's going to be higher and where you'd really want to focus on. And specifically to come back in here closer to the east shore of San Francisco and Marin, because these are the places that tend to notice it when the tide gets high, like those off-ramps up in Marin that Brian was talking about. Look at the times. Sunday morning at 10:44, that's the first high tide. That's, if we're going to have any issues, that's the time frame to be aware of. And then on Monday, we're going to do it again, about an hour later in the morning, about 11:25. And there's a flip side to this, because the low tides are also going to be a lot lower than normal, and those will happen in the late afternoons. So if you happen to look at the bay, particularly in Marin, tomorrow late afternoon when we get to the low tide, you're going to see the mudflats seem to go on a lot more than they typically do because the tides have gotten that much lower. We're all going to get a lot more familiar with this king tide stuff over the next coming years, I'm sure, but we've been hearing a lot more about it lately for a good reason. Okay, these are the high temperatures tomorrow. Look at that, 70 for Concord, 69 in Livermore. This is going to be a beautiful day, but we may notice a few clouds. We're going to get clipped in the overnight hours tonight and tomorrow by a weak storm right there. Maybe a few showers getting as far south as northern Sonoma County, but I don't anticipate this will be much rain, if anything. Look at the accumulations here. This covers late tonight through about Sunday afternoon. Maybe Healdsburg gets 1/100 of an inch of rain. It's not a big deal. Let's move on, because the next storm looks better. That's Monday night. Got a wall of rain out here. Let's bring it on shore. It gets here by the time we get into Tuesday afternoon. This is much more meaningful. Tuesday afternoon, overnight Tuesday, into Wednesday. Plan on some rain. And as far as the totals on this, it's early, but if we start filling in the numbers, we get maybe 1/4 inch of rain, maybe a little more. It's not a soaker, but it'll be the most noticeable rain that we've had so far this season. And that comes in second half of Tuesday into Wednesday. And yes, it will bring snow to the Sierra. That's mainly a factor for Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning. 7-day forecast shows you that storm Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we will clear it out as we get into Thursday and Friday.